Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Christina, and today we are going to do an Allure beauty box unboxing. And get ready with me. I decided we would go ahead and just use the products as I open them. I'm here barefaced, freshly washed hair, and we will see how this goes. As usual, the first thing that they put in there is the little booklet that tells us what everything is, and I find this pretty useful, so I'm glad they do that. The next item is one of the items we're not going to use today, which is the Simple Micellar Makeup Remover eye pads. I don't really like makeup remover wipes. They're not very good for your skin, and I don't like the residue they leave behind, but I will try these to remove swatches or something like that, so they won't go to waste. I have kind of decided, though, with any subscription, if there's more than 2 months in a row where I'm just not happy, I'm just going to cancel. It is not worth keep spending your money for something you don't enjoy, right? Let's check out the other products. The other product that I'm not going to be using today is the Laneige Water Sleeping Mask. Again, it's a very tiny sample. I think a lot of you guys have used this. This actually broke me out, so while I do really like it and I loved how hydrating it was, it actually clogged my pores, so I'm going to be putting this into like my next giveaway. Very tiny jar, looks like that. It's like a, Sephora point perk, so I'm a little disappointed. The next product, which we are going to use today, is the La Roche-Posay Anthelios Sunscreen Fluid. I've heard great things about their sunscreen range, so I'm excited to try this. This brand, La Roche-Posay, is a French brand. It's a drugstore brand over there, and it's not really that expensive, and it's not that expensive here, so honestly they could have probably put a full size or at least something bigger than this in there. So it is what it is. Some of you may know this already, but I have very sensitive skin, and usually most sunscreens break me out, so I have to be very specific on the kind of sunscreen that I put on my face, and I don't love most, so we'll see. This is very light and liquidy, which makes sense because it is a fluid. Smells like sunscreen, which I love the smell of sunscreen. It's my favorite smell in the whole world. Here you can see how runny it is. This is the kind of sunscreen that I grew up using. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm from Spain. And I grew up going to the beach pretty much every summer, so this brings me back to my childhood smells, and it feels really good. It's really easy to spread out. It's very lightweight. It's not sticky. It feels very silky on the skin, not greasy at all. So far I really like it. It almost has a very kind of smoothing feeling. The full size of this retails for $19, and the way that they describe it is that it's light enough to wear every day, but a high enough SPF, which is 60, to wear to the beach. So that's nice. I like that. We'll see how it does. I really like the way it feels, so this might be a really good one for the pool. I like that it's a 60. I try to do anything over 45 if possible on my face. The sun is not your friend, guys, if you don't want to age. So wear your sunscreen always. The next item is the Oribe Freestyler Working Hairspray. Looks like that. They say in the little book that this is great for taming flyaways, which is my biggest problem. I have so many baby hairs and flyaways. Thank you, childbirth. Something no one ever tells you about having a baby. Said to spray it all over your hair and then spray on your hands and use that on little areas. So let's do that today. I'm gonna lightly spray everywhere. My hair is clean today. Spraying my hands. And then I'm gonna go into my little flyaways, see if it works. Still work okay. I love the smell of Oribe products, but they're just so incredibly overpriced. I've never been super blown away, but you know what? Here's not my thing. It might be for you. This retails, the full size retails for about $42. This is a pretty generous sample. It's got 1 ounce of product. So I guess that's a good value to have in here if you are into Oribe products. I think it did pretty good on my flyaways actually. And my hair looks shiny and nice. You're probably sick of looking at my face the way it is. So let's go into the other exciting product, which is the Makeup Forever HD Foundation. Now, this used to be one of my very favorites when I first started wearing makeup pretty consistently. My skin has changed so much since then because I take much better care of it. And so this started to not look so great. It started to get pretty oily and actually breaking me out pretty bad, so I stopped using it. But we're gonna try it today, see how I feel. It's probably been about 2 years since I've used it, so I'm actually kind of interested to see how that goes. I'm going to use a Real Techniques sponge that I've already dampened. I'm gonna put my hair back. I have a mirror in front of me. I'm just going to, let's see, I'm gonna pump 1, 2 pumps in there. From what I remember, this formula is pretty lightweight on the skin, and it's about a medium coverage, but I could be wrong. Pamphlet here says that this is a Best of Beauty winner and it's got the perfect natural finish, so you can use for spot correcting without getting a blotch of dewy or matte foundation on bare skin, using a damp sponge to tap mine over redness and sunspots, and by the time you're done, your skin looks even and fresh. So we're gonna try that. So far, I actually really like the way it's looking. It does look very natural and like my skin, but better. I have that sunscreen underneath to give me extra moisture, so it shouldn't catch onto any dry spots or anything like that. What I do remember about this foundation is that I needed a lot of pumps for coverage, like I'm having to go in for some more, and that it was pretty hydrating. Like I said, it would get oily on me throughout the end of the day, so I'm curious to see if they've changed the formula since I first used it, and also how flattering it is. Normally I would be using a pore filling primer underneath, but I want to see how this does. And I do remember that this foundation, because it is so kind of liquidy and watery, you can get a more full coverage using a brush, but it does leave those streaks and it is a little bit hard to get the streaks out of your skin. So that's why I'm not going to do a brush today. I also don't want to be here like all day long. I'm going to put a few more drops where I need a little more coverage. I'm a little red today, and we'll see if it builds to a full. This is their best-selling foundation, and it retails for $43. And like I said, this used to be my holy grail favorite foundation. Even though I was pretty oily back then, I still really loved it. And actually, so far, I'm really loving it. I think the coverage is good. Let me look in the mirror here. It's definitely a natural to dewy finish on me right now, but that also might be that the sunscreen underneath it. It's not settling or pooling in my pores. My nose looks pretty good. It definitely looks like your skin, but better. I do still see a little bit of redness and a couple of my scars peeking through, but nothing that I would be mad about. In fact, I think it looks really nice. I like when my skin looks like skin. So I have nothing to complain about there. The shade that they sent me is Y225, which is a yellow toned, and it seems to be a very good match for me right now. The finish is slightly tacky, but it does seem to be setting down pretty well. We're gonna give that a second to see. And I'm going to do what they just said, which is to pinpoint conceal on a few spots and see how that works. I'm just going to use my finger and go over these old scars. And I'm just pressing it in. It's pretty much set now. It's not tacky or sticky anymore. So that's nice. So far, I really like this. The last items in the box are an eyeliner and a lipstick. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and we'll go back to those. All right, let's go into the rest of the products of the box. The next item is the Ico eye brush. I've heard that this is included in pretty much every subscription box and it's supposed to be waterproof. I don't like liquid liners. I am not good at using them at all. Wish me luck, guys. Okay, here I am with my eyes finished and the liner got away from me, trying to make it even. It is not beginner friendly. I'm so bad at liner. Please don't read me in the comments, but it was okay. It's a little too wet and the tip is not as fine as I would like it to be to create that flick. I really like the Maybelline Curvitude liner. That one for me is like super simple and easy and I can create like a little tiny cat flick really easily. Couldn't do cat flick today apparently. It's one of those days. Let me show you how it swatches. Yeah, so I went ahead and set that with a powder so it would kind of take the starkness just a little bit down and it would be a little more wearable. So there's that. A little more dramatic than I was looking for, but hey, sometimes makeup gets away from us, right? Last product in the box is this Makeup Forever little teeny tiny lipstick. The color is C211. I actually already have a sample of this lipstick. I'm gonna save this little sample for you guys in a future giveaway when we get to 500, hopefully. So I'll go ahead and put mine on. I really like the formula of the Makeup Forever lipsticks. I'm a big fan. Some of my favorite nudes are by them. This isn't a color that I would normally gravitate to, but it looks nice. It doesn't quite go with this eye look, so I am going to put on something else. Overall, was this box a hit for me? No, not really. I liked the sunscreen so far. The lipstick is nice, but I already had it. This Oribe product is pretty nice. The eye remover pads, like I said, I'll use them while filming. The Laneige sleep mask, also gonna go in that giveaway. And the eyeliner is kind of eh for me. So it wasn't a super big hit like last time. You know what? Let's put on the highlighter that I loved last time and leave on a high note because Hey guys, future Christina here. I wanted to give you guys an update. Update number 1, I do know how to hold a box right side up. Yeah. And wanted to give you an update on the foundation. It's actually holding up really well. I'm on hour 8 and I'm about to wash it off and I do not feel oily at all. I told you guys before that when I used to use this foundation, that was like my biggest gripe, that around like hour 4 I got really oily, but I was really oily. So now I'm more dry combo, so I don't really feel any oils coming through. I do think it has worn off in certain areas like my trouble zones right here. You can see my scarring peeking through over here as well. So it's not the most flattering for long wear, but I think this would be really nice for a night out. I'm actually pretty happy with it. I will be wearing it some more, and I was pleasantly surprised. I do have some under the skin bumps, like clogged pores that are coming up. Cannot tell you if that is the foundation or the sunscreen, but we will see with time. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this update, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Let me know what you guys thought of this box. If you are considering or already have the Allure Beauty Box, what are your thoughts on it? Leave me a thumbs up if you liked this video. Leave me a comment if you want to cheer me up, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.